Good evening and welcome to Crane, Texas, where AJ Yanez has cleared the field after the captains have left. Took AJ a couple extra seconds, and the Buck kickoff team is out on the field ready to kick it away. Again, AJ is hurt, but out there with the captains, Alec Ramos, David Baca, Day Hardwick, and AJ Yanez for the Bucks, who lost to Crane the last time around at home. We're looking to avoid the start that we had last time with the kickoff return for a touchdown. But buckle in, folks. I've got a good feeling about today's ball game. I think the Bucks can bring a game to this Crane team, just to have to come out fighting early as Alex Adams sends this up and away. Returnable, no, over the head of the return man at the 5-yard line. And it goes into the end zone, where we'll get the opportunity to see this Alpine Fighting Buck defense early on to start today's game. Again, it was a big Crane win. They've got the big bodies to compete against Alpine, but Alpine with the fighting spirit will bring that fighting Buck attitude and could just bring Crane a ball game here on the road, a district rival. As Coach Jerry Dominguez brought up, Crane really hasn't had that many blowout wins against Alpine in their career. It's been a tight series. They'll line up in a power formation. Everybody tucked inside, no wide receiver. The quarterback takes the snap, falls on the football as it was a bobbled snap, and 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1 yard on 1st down. They're going to come out with that same set. There's 3 backs back behind the quarterback and a couple of tight ends as they fake the pitch. It's a run up the seam, up the middle. He is touched about 3 yards upfield and fights forward for a gain of a few more, maybe a gain of 5 yards on 2nd down, forcing 3rd down and 5, maybe 3rd and 6, as Alpine with an opportunity to stop Crane on downs here in this first set. That would be a monumental start for a Fighting Buck crew that's looking for momentum. Again, it's a 2 tight end set, 3 backs behind their quarterback, under center. Now he pitches out to the outside, following the lead block of the quarterback. They get to the edge, have to cut back inside, and are taken down for a gain of about 3 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down at the Crane 32-yard line as Thaddeus Prieto comes in and makes the tackle. Crane offense is still out on the field. It'd be a risky decision to go for it here. Again, making no effort to bring the punt crew out. Ivan Moreno is a senior who has been, it's their quarterback Hudson Willis, a sophomore under center. He takes the snap here on 4th down, handoff to the fullback, runs up the hole, falls forward for a gain of about 5 yards and a 1st down to the Crane 37-yard line. A gutsy play call. The Bucks got a hand on him in the backfield, and again, he fought through that contact and fell forward for the 1st down. We were close to stopping him there as 10:09, 10:08, 10:07 trickles down on the clock. It's another pitch from that power set. Back running off to the right side. A flag in the backfield. Looks like it could be a hold. They're way upfield past the 40, 30 and pushed out of bounds there. That's the running back who did a lot of damage to us a couple weeks ago. Well, this says Baltimore Aguirre. I thought that was Kobe. Kobe Walker is the running back who did the damage to us. He wears number 10. That was number 12, Baltimore. But a holding call will push Crane back 10 yards, forcing 1st and 20 after a couple of big Buck stops. Baltimore checks out of the ball game. Again, 1st down and 20 for Crane. We're live on Big Ben Radio and on YouTube here. As there's a 1 wide receiver set for Crane. First time they've tucked somebody out wide. Another pitch off to the far side, trying to gain a head of steam uphill. He fights to about the 31-yard line, a gain of 3, forcing 2nd and 17. That time, the back, Grayson Huertas, he's that big-bodied running back and a tailback who runs downhill. He's the tailback back behind the quarterback and running downhill this time. Right up the seam, breaks a tackle around the line of scrimmage, fights forward for a gain of maybe 6 yards to the original line of scrimmage, where Crane will face third down. Hurry up set with one wide receiver off to the right side. He's tucked out wide with the ball in the left hash. Now the quarterback running. He's going to meet Huertas over on that left edge. He cuts inside, now back outside. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage as he has the first down and more up to the Buck 45-yard line. Again, a great read from Huertas on the handoff, cutting inside of the right tackle and then popping back outside after meeting a linebacker there. That flag came down from the side official over on this near sideline, and they're bringing the football back. Officials help out the Bucks with a couple of flags early on in this first drive as they march it back 10 yards. 2 holding calls. This time it'll be third down and 19 for Crane in purple today. Bucks in white with the white pants, white jerseys, purple shoulders, and purple numbers, the gold helmets on Alpine. With 8:44, the clock has stopped in this first quarter. Again, it's third down and about 19 to go after a pair of holding calls, and Crane will forego their power set. 4 wide receivers. No. Yeah, 4 wide receivers. Again, no. It's an empty set. 5 wide receivers. One came out of that huddle late, and a timeout from Crane. It looks like they had to shift their personnel from that big man set when they went to the line of scrimmage. It wasn't all their linemen ready in the package, and the coach is going to talk to the team during this timeout break. We'll send it to a quick commercial break here at Big Ben Radio, where, again, we're tied up at 0. This is the first drive of the ball game, and Crane has been halted by a couple of holding calls. We'll try and go for it on 3rd and 19 when we return.
For just any roof, trust the experts at Talent Roofing, serving Alpine and all of West Texas. At Talent, we don't just build roofs, we build trust. Whether you're facing storm damage, need repairs, or are ready for a fresh, dependable roof, we've got you covered. Call Talent Roofing today at 432-837-7009 for your free estimate. Talent Roofing, where craftsmanship meets confidence. And that's Talent Roofing at 432-837-7009.
Again, the offense back out here for Crane with a 3 wide receiver set, or 3 to the left, 1 to the right. The back in the backfield with their sophomore quarterback is the senior Huertas. It's a good snap, rolling out to the left side. Quarterback trying to scramble. He steps up past the line of scrimmage, out of bounds, 2 yards upfield. Again, he needed 19 there. He'll get 2. 4th down and long, and the punt crew coming out for Crane. Bucks with an early stop. Again, helped out by a couple of holding calls. We'll see if the Bucks can replicate that here soon, but we'll need this offense to move down the field. Bucks showing 1 deep return man in Dane Jeffers. Punt crew out. Guillermo Partida ready to punt this away. Bucks won't rush it. It's rolling, spinning out to the 40-yard line of Alpine and kicks out of bounds at the 38. That's where we'll see Day Hardwick, the Ford 3A High School Player of the Week this week, take over with his offense. Again, he won the Big Ben Radio Player of the Week award, arguably more important than high school's Ford 3A Player of the Week award. Not sure how many people over at the Good Ford Company have been watching these games all season, but Day definitely earned it last week. Had a number of interceptions, I think 3 picks for Alpine. When Anthony had the ball, they threw 5 interceptions on 5 drives in the first half. But Day needs to ramp things back up this week and get ready against a big-time Crane defense who will try and hurry him up all day. 2 wide receiver set. Day in the shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff. Zane De Leon slowed down as he takes the handoff, fights to the line of scrimmage, but a flag and a false start ruled against Alpine, an early offensive penalty that'll try and slow down this Alpine drive. We saw 2 holding calls against Crane, and a false start here in the first set of downs for Alpine. 2 wide receivers sit again with a tight end on the left side for Day. He'll hand off to Zane again. Zane breaks a tackle in the backfield, jumps back to the middle, and swallowed up by 3 Golden Cranes in the center. First man there, Aaron Padilla, a 6'5", 280-pound defensive lineman. Going to be hard to miss Aaron. There's also another one. Wow, I don't think he's playing today. I think that's number 75 over on the sideline. Yeah, 6'8", 320, not dressed out. And Matthew Beardsley, he's the biggest guy on the field. Probably any week this Crane team is lined up on the field. It's a 3-wide receiver set. Day Hardwick in the shotgun play action, looks for a slant route. It's intercepted at the 42-yard line. Just missed his mark. Was looking for Dane Jeffers again on a quick slant on an in route. And nowhere near Dane. Dane couldn't get a hand up to bat it down. And it lands right into the arms of a Crane DB in drop coverage. Was about 4 yards back behind Dane upfield, just trying to avoid a first down and stop a first down, and that's where we'll see this Crane offense take over. Day trying to get acclimated here and get into rhythm. Tried that short pass attempt and not able to get into rhythm there. Going to have to forget about it as he's back out on defense. He's that safety on the far side. Play action with the quarterback. He's going to keep. It was a zone read. He runs up the middle and has nothing on the play. 2nd down and 10. Again, this is already going better than the first matchup between these two teams. You could say that after the kickoff, but even these first 2 drives, Bucks need another stop here. Crane to start the season lost 13-6 against Compass Academy. That was the start of district play. So they've been in some defensive ball games this year. A 4-wide receiver set for their sophomore quarterback, barking commands at the line of scrimmage. He looks to the coaching staff, relays the signals. Again, Hudson Willis. His older brother was a quarterback here for Crane, gave us fits in the past as he hits a screen route on the left side upfield to about the 26-yard line. It looks like they'll be a yard short of that line to gain. And they are 3rd down and maybe 2. Ball's at the 28. Crane looking to the sideline again. Another pivotal first down. They went for it on 4th and short from their own 37-yard line. So this has to be 4-down territory up inside the 30. They'll line up in that offset I formation, motion the fullback off to the left side as well as the tight end. 2 wide receivers set. Quarterback takes the snap, pitch off to the left side, trying to get the left edge as Huertas. He will get there and is pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. 7 yards upfield and a first down for Crane. 5:20 and ticking remaining in this first quarter. Crane in the red zone. Crane is 2 timeouts remaining in this first half, taking one earlier before that 4th down play. Or I guess it was before the 3rd and long. Quarterback takes the snap, fakes a pitch off right, makes the man in the backfield miss, and then runs off on the right tackle upfield for a gain of what looks like 12 yards and a first down. We had Joel Munoz in the backfield really quickly. No, I think that was 22 for Alpine in the backfield quickly. He was deked out in the backfield on the fake pitch attempt off to the right side. And again, it's 1st down and goal. Ball's at about the 9-yard line. Handoff to Huertas, running downhill. He's stopped up at the line of scrimmage, gets his feet running again, and gets upfield for a gain of 6 yards. Up to about the 2-yard line. Crane trying to punch it in as the clock ticks down with 4:05 remaining in this first quarter. We're up here in the visitors' press box. The sun finally setting, and a timeout on the field. This time a timeout Alpine. Both teams have used one as Coach Jerry Dominguez, our former defensive coordinator, now head coach, wants to talk to his team and talk about trying to get a stop here. We'll be back in a moment.
Big Canyon TV is your West Texas home for the newest and best Samsung TVs. Don't drive out of town and risk breaking your new TV on the ride home. Let Big Canyon deliver and set up the new TV right where you want it. We can even mount them to the wall. Plus, we'll show you how to use it and ensure it's set up right so you're getting the most out of your new set. Big Canyon TV, 610 North 5th, or call us at 837-7484.
Again, Alpine taking the timeout on second down at the 2 for Crane, second down and goal. They'll come out with a 4 wide receiver set, a tight end over on that right side of the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the right hash. He motions 1 wide receiver from the right to the left. Now back to the right, fakes the jet sweep. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he'll have the left edge for a touchdown. 6-0 Crane, and the extra point crew coming out onto the field. Only Buck drive resulted in an interception. That's where Crane took over in Buck territory and was able to march down the field and score here. As Crane lines up to kick this extra point. The kicker, Ivan Moreno, sends it up through the uprights and good. 7-0. We'll be back in a moment here. This is Big Bend Radio bringing you Alpine Fightin' Buck football.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Undimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at bigbend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
Bucks set to return as Crane sends this kick. It's squibbed towards the middle. Bucks collect at the 41-yard line, and they're thrown down there. I think that was designed by Crane, maybe an offside set where they tried to send it over, and our hype man today, Harlow Vargas, collects it. And he's down on the field. Down at the 39-yard line. Training staff comes out, Lori, and it looks like Jerry will come out and talk to Harlow. And help him up as he walks out on the field. It's 7-0 Crane. Bucks with the football at their own 39 after the interception on the first drive. Will come out in a 3 wide receiver set. Day with the freshman Zane DeLeon off to his right or left side. Tay Hardwick on the near sideline. Press coverage, 2 drop safeties as this is a handoff. Zane running around the right edge, upfield for a gain of 7 yards. Make it 8 or 9. Second down and short. Hey, we've got good news coming from Big Bend Radio. It looks like we'll be able to host a video broadcast for the volleyball game coming up as our volleyball team won the first round of the playoffs and will face Idalou in the second round. That should be on either Monday or Tuesday, but again, we'll have a live stream of it this time around. So the Lady Bucks try and go on a playoff run, a big-time dominant win in that first round against Coahoma, 3-1. The Lady Bucks came out firing. It's a 3 wide receiver set. Another handoff for Zane. Zane lowers his shoulder and fights up past the 50 to the 51-yard line for a first down. Crane trying to rip that one out late. Zane holds on to the football, and we have our first down of the ball game as we enter Crane territory after this short kickoff. 2:38 ticks down in this first quarter. Again, it's 7-0 Crane. Bucks can tie it up on this drive. We'll line up with 4 wide receivers on the right side. Zane DeLeon off to the right side of the quarterback, Day Hardwick, who's right on the left side of the Crane logo. Day rolling out to the right side. Looks like it's a keeper all the way. Day up to the line of scrimmage, spinning, making a man miss, and getting to the 40-yard line. Again, a gain of 9 on first down, and the Bucks looking to move the chains on second. 2:04 remains as the clock ticks in this first quarter. Looking to the sidelines, Alec Ramos, Zane DeLeon, and Day Hardwick as they look at the signals. Everybody's looking at the sideline right now. Buck offensive line, Seth Dutch over. I think I've got an old roster in my hands. I know David Baca's in there at left tackle. Darius Portillo at left tackle. David Baca at left guard. Adriel Valenzuela at center, and they'll push their way in on that right side of the offensive line. De Leon takes the handoff and fights forward for a gain of 2 for a Buck first down. Again, it's 7-0. Crane on top. Bucks trying to tie it up here in the first quarter. Coaching staff in their purple polos today, giving the signs to the Bucks, who have just one district game remaining after today. That's on the road, that's at home against Compass Academy, who has an Army on their sideline, the private school. Handoff to Zane. He runs up the middle and fights forward to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past. As the Bucks look to their sideline, they opted for the hurry-up look early on. We'll slow it down. I think with Crane having the advantage on the line of scrimmage, maybe slowing it down in between plays. You run less plays in the ball game and give your big guys the opportunity to catch a breath at the line of scrimmage. As Day lines up in that shotgun, he'll take the snap with 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Keeper on the left side, running off on that left side, a flag upfield. Looks like Thaddeus will get called for a hold. Blocking upfield on a DB as Dave fights forward for a gain of about 3 yards. They'll confirm it is against Alpine, trying to halt our drive. There were 2 flags early on in that first drive for Crane, 2 holding calls that pushed him back 10 yards in their first set of downs. Bucks got that stop. The holding call should be a spot foul. Again, it was thrown upfield, so second down and about 17 for Alpine. And the clock is stopped with 2 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The last play of the first quarter, while they run the clock. That's the end of the quarter. We'll send it to a quick intermission here at Big Bend Radio.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Again, 2nd and 17. Buck offense out. First play of the second quarter. Day takes the snap, 4-man rush, and has Dane Jeffers upfield on an out route. Up past the 30, 20, 10. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. He's running that out route, followed a block on that far side. Alec Ramos throwing a block upfield as well as Thaddeus Prieto as Dane connects. And the Bucks find themselves in the red zone. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll spot it. You know, you'd rather have it 1st and 10 at the 11 than 1st and goal at the 10. And the Bucks looking to the sideline, trying to tie this thing up in the second quarter. 3 wide receiver set. Again, Day in the shotgun with Zane off to his left side. A handoff to Zane. He runs up the middle, fights past his left tackle there. Darius Portillo, who's pushed into the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Buck Band is here today. They're on their way to Lubbock to compete after this one's over. They'll be leaving at halftime, actually. Crane's band marched all the way from the high school to the stadium here. Could you imagine if the Buck Band did that? They'd have to march about 2 miles as Day stands in the shotgun, maybe less than 2 miles. Day takes a snap, play action. He slips as he tries to step out right. Still time to step out right. Lobs it to the right side of the end zone. Touchdown. Tay Hardwick running off on that right side. Again, Day's cleat just slipped as he tried to run out to the right side. Wasn't able to get his footing, regained his footing, had enough space to roll out to the right side, and aired it up for Tay, who had it on that corner route. It's 7-6, Alpine trying to tie it up with the Alex Adams extra kick. The sophomore, Alex Adams, as the snap comes, the kick is up, and it's high. It's through the uprights. We're tied up at 7 here on the road at Crane. Bucks already look better, already have a better start to this game than they did in that one back at Crane the first time around in district play. I was saying as this thing started, don't count the Bucks out just yet. Things can get funky in this district. Crane maybe overlooking this game against Alpine, and Alpine absolutely able to compete on the field with Crane. Let's try and score again before it's too late. As we'll kick it off, we'll need a stop first against this Crane offense who ran the power set the first time around. Came out in a spread look and was able to score in that spread look from easy field position after the Day interception. As our kick crew comes out onto the field. Time to update the scoreboard over at Big Ben Radio on YouTube. Again, that's a new update this season as we've held all these district games for volleyball and football on the radio and on YouTube. We'll be doing the same for basketball, softball, and maybe baseball. I think there's some rules against being live on YouTube for baseball. We'll have to see. Alex Adams is set to kick it away. Again, the big man, Beardsley, 6'8", not a basketball player for Crane, standing on the sideline. Wearing his number 75 jersey as the flag is up as Alex Adams sends it to about the 20-yard line. Crane collides there. They're going to have 2 opportunities to return this. We'll need to stop this one, and we do at the 30. We were offsides on that kickoff, passing the football before Alex Adams sent it up and away. I don't know if they're going to spot this after the return to the 30-yard line for Crane or if they're going to make the Bucks re-kick it pushed back. If I'm Crane, I'm thinking about re-kicking this thing if I get the opportunity with the return for the touchdown they had against us last time around, but they'll push the ball up 5 yards at the tail end of the return, so Crane starts at their own 31-yard line. It's a 3 wide receiver look. It's that power spread look, that Andy Smith offense we saw so much last year with Vargas off to the left side of their sophomore quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep running off on the left side. Darius Portillo wraps him up and takes him down in the backfield. Loss of maybe 1 on the quarterback keeper on the left side for Hudson Willis. They'll say he gained a yard out here. The clock moving down with 10:03 remaining in the second quarter. Man, I can't tell y'all how much a stop would help us out right now. We need to get these stops, play that Buck brand of defense and allow our offense to have some freedom to work with, to have some patient drives, unforced, as Hudson Willis rolls out to the right side, has a man in an out route, 8 yards upfield. He fights forward and gets a few more as he's pushed out of bounds, has the first down. Tay Hardwick pushing the wide receiver, Brayson Newberry, making the tight end, Brayson, out of bounds. So tight end, Brayson coming from the line of scrimmage there, starting inside and covered by a DB in zone coverage by the time he gets to the outside. 9:15 remaining in the second quarter. Again, first and 10 at their own 49-yard line for Crane. Their first down of the drive a moment ago. And a 3 wide receiver set with Newberry, the tight end, off of the right guard. 2 linebackers in for Alpine. Newberry motions off to the left side of the offensive line. A quarterback with a read and a keeper up the middle. He breaks a couple of arm tackles, 7 yards upfield, up 12, up 13, and taken down at the Buck 36-yard line. Again, the quarterback read, he saw the hole in the middle, decided to keep, and found a good hole there as he beat some of our big bodies trying to close in through the center of our defensive line for a big gain and a first down on first down. So now it's first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Make it the 36 with a 3 wide receiver set. Hudson Willis in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking upfield, looking to throw, chased with a man in his face and has to send it towards our band director standing up on the ladder directing the band over there. Almost knocked him off the ladder. That forces second down on the incomplete pass. That left side of the defensive line in his face immediately for the Bucks, number 22. As they'll line up with a 4 wide receivers. Look, jet sweep off to the left side. They cut upfield well past the first down. This kid is speedy as he's taken down well upfield at about the 5-yard line. Day Hardwick takes him down. Again, it was the jet sweep. He cut up field right outside of the left side of the left tackle and had a big hole running up towards our safety, Day Hardwick, who is back in coverage. First down and goal at the 6 now for Crane. Last time we played here, we played against Compass. Compass doesn't have a home field, but has enough players on their football roster they could build their own stadium. It's a I formation now for Crane. They hand off to Vargas. He runs up the middle. No, that's Huertas, and Huertas has about 3 yards. As the whistles blow, they'll stop him on forward progress. No, they're going to roll a touchdown. They stopped him around the 2, and he just churned his feet, pushed the pile forward, and found the end zone for a touchdown. 13-7. Crane ready to kick the extra point now. Ivan Moreno as Crane leads 13-7. Snap is good. Kick is up and through the uprights. 7-point Crane lead. The Buck offense, last time we saw them, were able to march down the field and score a touchdown to tie it up. We'll have to do so again when we return here at Big Ben Radio.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note. He's got a car. He's got a boat. And if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee. And we can do it today. And if he likes a policy for his bikes or his home, does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even load it up. And free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
Again, Crane with the touchdown a moment ago as Grayson Huertas, their senior running back, punches it into the end zone. Kick is booted towards the 8, and Crane right out the back of the end zone. That's as unreturnable as they get. A Buck couldn't have gotten to the back of the end zone as that one was a line drive if he tried. Bucks will take over at their own 25-yard line, trying to score another touchdown, trailing 14-7 with 7:04 remaining in the second quarter up here in Crane, Texas, just south of the Midland-Odessa area. Not far from where we were last night with Alpine Lady Buck volleyball up in McCamey, as the 2A Badgers hosted us. Again, today the 3A district rival Crane Cranes play host to the Fighting Bucks as Day takes the snap, a handoff, and Zane following the big body. He's trying to fight forward and turns his legs maybe 3 yards upfield to about the 27. So a battle for the freshman running back, but gets positive yardage on first down. That touchdown drive was capitalized by a couple of 9-yard gains on first down for Alpine before the long Dane Jeffers reception and the touchdown pass to Tay Hardwick. Man, I gave the score to the wrong team again. It's Crane up 14-7, not Alpine. Day takes the snap, play action, has Dane on the comeback route on the right side, and he's taken down a few yards upfield. It'll be close to that line to gain. They're going to push the sticks forward. First down, Alpine. Dane Jeffers on the catch. He had that big touchdown catch against Sonora earlier this year when the Bucks were fighting for some momentum. Hey, we do have news about that non-district schedule. You know, Sonora, Fort Stockton, Wellington, and Wink, all on the schedule for the last number of years. Wipe them all. We're not playing any of them next year as the Bucks line up with the 2 wide receiver set. Day in the shotgun. He's going to take it out to the left side again on first down, trying to find a hole, following his blockers, and makes it upfield for a gain of 5 yards as he punches his way out to the outside and is pushed out again at the 40. I saw something orange flying up in the air. That was a mouthpiece of a Fighting Buck that fell right in the area. No flag on the play. Make it a 6-yard gain for Day Hardwick. But yeah, the Bucks will be playing a much easier non-district schedule and might just be competing at the 2A level. 5 minutes remain as the clock ticks down. Again, a 6-yard gain on first down. Bucks trying to keep their momentum going here. 3 stacked on the right side on that right hash. Ball's on the left hash. Day pump fakes. A flag comes out, and he's taken down around the line of scrimmage as he spins forward out of the pocket. And that's an illegal, I think an illegal formation from Crane. The official pointed towards Crane, and again, they're marching the ball in Crane's direction. Alpine will get a first down. I don't think you can have a legal formation on defense. That seemed like the signal he was given. He tapped his obliques on the sides. We never got that call from the official over the loudspeakers here. 4:36 in ticking. First down and 10. Balls at the 46-yard line. Day Hardwick hands off to Zane. Zane running off right tackle. Now trying to spin back inside. He does so, stumbling forward to the 50. Fights forward to about the 47-yard line. That was a nice gain for the freshman on first down. There was nothing doing on that right side as he was trying to run around the right tackle and spun back inside where the skilled players were posted outside of that right tackle and had some space to fall and fight forward until he was taken down by a linebacker. 4 minutes remain as the clock continues to tick down. Again, Bucks trailing 14-7 here on the road in district play. 3 wide receiver set for Day. As he hands off to Zane. Zane cutting around on the right side and again fighting forward. This time maybe able to get one. No, they'll say no gain on the play. 3rd down and 4. This is a big 3rd down for the Bucs. Don't want to give the ball back to Crane with so much time on the clock. If you can march down the field and score here, take a lot of time off the clock, head into halftime with a tie ball game, you'd be really happy. Day looking to the sideline. I think coaching staff thinking the same thing. They're going to take the extent of the play clock here. 8 seconds on the play clock as the Bucs line up in an empty set. 5 wide receivers. Ball is on the right hash. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Day, a keeper up the middle with a sparse box, and he is fighting for just one Buck trying to help push him forward. They'll stop him forward. Progress 2 yards upfield. An interesting spot here. 4th down and 2 with 2:43 remaining. The clock does tick down. Bucs will not get a free timeout from the 2-minute warning. Both teams have 2 timeouts. And we'll look to the coaching staff as the offense stays out on the field. You can line up here and try and get Crane to jump offsides before taking that timeout just before the play clock expires. Won't have a lot of time to try and get him to jump. There's about 10 seconds. I think the offense will go for it here. 3 wide receiver set. Day with a hard count. Again, 2 seconds, 1 second. There's the timeout from the coaching staff. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain. Bucs with a timeout. We'll have it 4th down and 2 when we return.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage health care for the whole family. At Big Bend Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit bigbendanytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at bigbendanytime.com.
Bucs snap it on 4th down and 2. Go with that zone read. Hand off to Zane De Leon, running off on the left side. Ran off to that left side. Realized there was about 3 Golden Cranes in his face. Tried to scramble and fight his way upfield, but nothing doing. And Crane gets the stop. A turnover on downs. And Crane will take over from their own 46-yard line as we reach the 2-minute warning here on the road in Crane in district play. A big stop for Crane. We'll be back as we try and stop them before the halftime break.
Saturday, November 8th, the party's on at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Gardens. It's Morrison's 97th birthday party. Come by and get your free anniversary shopping bag. Fill it up with merchandise. When you check out, they'll knock 25% off your total. Firearms, power tools, and ammo accepted, as well as items already on sale. Buy 1 gallon, get another one free on premium Easy Care paints and Woodsman stains. It all happens Saturday, November 8th under the True Value sign in Alpine.
Big drive. Crane will run that 2-minute drill starting from their own 46-yard line. They have 2 timeouts. The Bucs with 1 timeout remaining in this first half. 3 down linemen for Alpine. It's a 5 wide receiver set as they motion Grayson Huertas off to his left side. Quarterback looking for Huertas. Has his man in the backfield out past a diving Day. Huertas hurdling a man 5 yards upfield. Now fighting forward past a couple of bodies to the 40-yard line. There was a flag in the backfield right as the ball was snapped from the back judge and the white hat official. He tossed it towards the right end of the offensive line. And the Crane coaching staff doesn't look happy about it. It's coming against Crane. Looks like a hold coming against Crane. They push it back 10 yards. First down and 20 for Crane at their own 36-yard line this time. How about this, man? This is a whole different movie than we saw last time these two teams played in district play. If the Bucks can get a stop on this set of downs, that would be monumental. A 4-wide receiver set. It all started with that touchdown kickoff return to start the ball game for Crane. Day trying to work his way past the block. They have a screen route on the left side up past the 40, 30, 20. That kid is fast up to about the 2-yard line where he's tripped up and is taken down. That's where Crane will have the football at the Fighting Buck 2 on a big gain on the screen route. That was the quick player, number 12, who had our number last time around. Baltimore Aguirre, a senior wide receiver. I'm thinking that could be Kobe Walker. Kobe Walker might be wearing the number 12. That was really the one who had us last time. No, Kobe Walker here on the near side. That's Baltimore. Baltimore, a quick player, gets way upfield. And Crane, again, first down and goal, I formation. A pitch off to Huertas on the right side. He loses the football. It's in the end zone. Fighting Bucks fall. No, they pick it up. They pick it up at the 5, up past the 15 to the 20-yard line. Huertas untouched as he dropped the football, and it ended up in the end zone. A Buck diving after it there, unable to pick it up, and it looked like we weren't going to get it, but number 22 picks it up, runs it out upfield for a gain of 20 yards and a flag, I think, on the return around the 15. Going to go down as a huge stop for Alpine. Again, I think the flags are after the fumble on the return. And Compass with 2 timeouts. So the Bucks are going to have to, Crane with 2 timeouts. So really with tough field position, the Bucks are going to try and get a first down. I think Crane will take a couple of timeouts. Trying to win the ball back in good field position if they can get a tackle for a loss or a short gain on the first couple of plays. 41 seconds, ball's at the 6-yard line. Again, I don't have an updated roster. That was Riley Vasquez. Again on the scoop. 3 wide receivers stacked off to the right side. A timeout comes from Alpine. They're going to think about this. That's their last timeout of this first half. We'll be back in a moment.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier. Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Bucks take that handoff on first down and run it right up the middle. That's a protect look. We're holding on to the football, making sure we don't turn it over in a threatening area. And with 20 seconds, the clock continues to tick down, and I think we're going to run out this first half if Crane will let us. 12, 11, 10, 9. That should be the end of the first half here. Again, Bucks trailing 14-7 up here on the road at Crane. We're 2-2 in district play, looking to improve 3-2 with a win today. It looks like a 15-minute halftime break, and we'll be back after that intermission.
Need a good weatherproof tarp to protect your lawn furniture or yard equipment? Right now at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store, they're featuring a 10 to 12-foot polyethylene tarp as an October bargain of the month. It has metal grommets every 3 feet, along with a rope-hemmed edge for added strength and easy securing. Get this True Guard 10 to 12-foot tarp for just $9.99 right now at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store, 301 North 5th Street in Alpine.
Up here in the mountains, you don't settle, and neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
It's time for this month's Napa savings. Pick up a Gear Wrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only $130 each, saving 18%. Save up to 20% on crocodile cloths for just $19.99 each. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil up to 33% off, available for just $25.49. You can get Napa Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil starting at just $15.59 each, saving up to 33%. Buy some Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid at 24% off, only $12.99. Napa Auto located at 301 West Holland Avenue in downtown Alpine.
We're back here in the second half where Alpine's offense will come out onto the field to start the second half. Again, Crane set to kick it away, leading 14-7 after the halftime break. This is low, squibbed up the middle. Deep return man collects it at the 3. Angles upfield past the 10-yard line, tries to make a man miss. He is swallowed up at around the 15 up to the 16-yard line. Not quite the H&R block return just yet. It'll be an interesting second half here. Bucks in this ball game after taking a beating earlier in district play against this very same Crane team. We'll see if that momentum of being in the game at half can carry them into the second half. Meanwhile, Crane getting bid up by the Bucks is going to try and come out here and shut things down with a 7-point lead. Again, Crane has been in some defensive matchups in the district, losing 13-6 against Compass in the very first district game. So they're no stranger to a defensive look, and will try and come out and stop the Buck offense. Day Hardwick, the 3A Ford High School Player of the Week, backs up, looks for a screen up the middle, has Alec Ramos at the 15. He lowers his shoulder, fights forward, but is pushed back a few yards. Forward progress will down him at the 19-yard line. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 for the Bucks. As the clock moves up here in Crane, home of the Golden Cranes. Purple and gold, their colors. They're wearing the purple uniforms. Bucks in white with their purple and gold, the purple numbers and the gold helmets. As the Bucks look to the sideline, that's been the MO all day for Alpine, is taking the extent of the play clock. We saw maybe one drive with a few hurry-up looks. Other than that, we bled off a lot of clock. It's Day Hardwick play action. Looks for Dane on an in-screen route, and a DB right behind Dane, able to take him down. Maybe 1 yard gain on the play. No, we'll make it none. 3rd down and 8 now for the Bucks. And again, I think we're limiting the number of possessions and number of plays either team runs in today's game as we take to the extent of every play clock. Granted, was running a hurry-up set early on in that first half. They slowed it down as well. We'll see what they come out with in the second half. 3 wide receivers stacked on the right side for Day. Again, Zane off to his right, and they look upfield for Tay. Route is jumping, picked off at the 29. Nothing but green grass ahead of him. It'll be a pick 6 all the way. Route jumped by Crane. Just a 50-50 ball aired up on the outside for Day. And Crane, again, takes it back for 6. Second interception of the day for Crane. And Guillermo Partida, the senior tight end and safety, takes that one home. That makes it 20-7. Not how we draw up the start of the second half, and this offense is going to have to pick their heads up and step right back onto the field as Crane sets up to take the extra point. You can see the coaching staff off in that far press box get excited about that one. They got nervous. You know, there were some coaches for Crane that said going into the first matchup against these two teams that they thought Alpine was going to win the ball game, as this one is up and good, 21-7. And now Crane takes an emphatic lead this time. Bucks can make it a 7-point ball game with a big drive. Both drives to start each half. So Day threw an interception on it was the second drive of the first half. And now on the first drive of the second half, it's a pick 6 on that ball aired up over the shoulder for Tay. Again, our receiving crew is out onto the field as Crane sets up to kick it away here in a moment, leading 21-7, 10-16 remaining in the second half. Again, we have good news. We're going to be hosting a live stream. We'll be on video for Alpine Ladybuck Volleyball when they play Idalou in the next round of the playoffs. That's one the Ladybucks could win if they come out and play their best like they did in the matchup against Coahoma. Ladybucks started out hot and kept that momentum throughout the entire game. Idalou, another good team, but not unbeatable. It's Crane ready to kick it away. They look up and down either side. As this is low towards Adriel Valenzuela in the front row. He dives after it, gets a hand on the football. Onside kick recovered by Crane. Again, 10 yards upfield. Really went after Adriel. And Crane fell on the football as the big man in the hands crew on the front row wasn't able to secure the ball. And there's back-to-back big momentum plays for Crane. Officials took a moment to decide who has the ball. I thought it was Crane all the way. They still haven't given an official signal. Crane is signaling they have it. I think they've given it to Crane. The Buck defense is on the field. Yeah, they've given the football to Crane. They recovered an onside kick after the pick six and are adding insult to injury. Offense on the field in Buck territory at the 47. There's going to be 4 wide receivers stacked up on this 50-yard marker on the right side for a quarterback in an empty set. Taking the snap, the sophomore quarterback. He backs up, has plenty of time on a 4-man rush. Now stepping up to the left side, airs it upfield, man wide open at the 7, makes the grab there, and fights his way forward to about the 1 where he's taken down. Hudson Willis steps up in the pocket and connects with his man again, deep downfield, open on the right side. Making the grab is the tight end, Brayson Newberry, who had a couple of big catches in the first half. First down and goal at the 1-yard line for Crane. 9:42 in counting remaining in this third quarter. In the third quarter, it couldn't have started off any worse for the Bucks. The pick six on the Bucks' first drive and the onside kick, a big play, and Crane trying to take a 14-7 halftime lead up to 28-7 if they can punch it in here. Power set right now with 2 wide receivers stacked out wide. Quarterback under center, fakes a pitch, hands off to the Newberry again, who comes off from a wingback position and stuffs it right up the middle for a touchdown. 27-7. What was the special teams play that beat the Bucks last time? To open the ball game, Crane took that kickoff for a touchdown, and I thought that sucked the energy, sucked the air out of the balloon. And that one's going to be really tough to come back from on the onside kick and the eventual touchdown and now the extra point to make it 28-7. Bucks offense will come out and have to take this one play at a time when we return. 9:12 remaining in the third quarter.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't settle for just any roof. Trust the experts at Talent Roofing, serving Alpine in all of West Texas. At Talent, we don't just build roofs, we build trust. Whether you're facing storm damage, need repairs, or are ready for a fresh, dependable roof, we've got you covered. Call Talent Roofing today at 432-837-7009 for your free estimate. Talent Roofing, where craftsmanship meets confidence. And that's Talent Roofing at 432-837-7009.
Bucks hand crew ready this time. Again, they send this one low, skirting along the turf here at Crane as this is collected at the 25. Racing up is Cloud as he races past the 20, fighting forward past the 25. Buck Powell is eventually pushed back around the 25-yard line. We'll call that a good return in the H&R Block return of the day, where you can maximize your tax return at H&R Block. Cloud, the sophomore, just maximized the kickoff return on the field. 9:01 remaining in the third quarter. 28-7 Crane after a 14-7 Crane lead at halftime. A pick six, an onside kick fumble, or an onside kick recovery, and then a big play and eventually a touchdown for the tight end Newberry as Day Hardwick in the offense comes out onto the field. Three wide receivers off to the right side for Day. Tight end here on the near side. Day takes the snap, handoff to Zane De Leon. Patient, trying to find a hole, nothing doing, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's the 5'5", 285 defensive lineman taking him down and getting there first. In Aaron Padilla, again, they're without the 6'8", Matthew Beardsley. He's dressed out, or he's not dressed out. He's wearing his jersey on the sideline. No pads.
Alpine Radio is your home for Fightin' Buck football all season long, and it's made possible by our incredible.
We didn't mean to play that. Now a handoff. No, Dave he takes a snap in the shotgun, scrambling, rolling around, and looks to Thaddeus on the near side. Ball batted away out of Thaddeus's hands and falls incomplete. That's Kobe who batted it away. Kobe Walker, who was really their star player against us a couple of weeks ago. It felt like every time Kobe touched the football, he was gaining 50 yards and scoring a touchdown. He hasn't been on the offensive side of the football at all today. 8:13 remaining in the third quarter, 28-7. Here in the near side, Baltimore Aguirre has been kind of the speedster on offense. He's the DB on the near side. Day nursing a three-man rush, has plenty of time. Looking upfield, looking for Alec, underthrows him about 2 yards. Had him a step beat towards the outside with the Guillermo Partida in coverage. Guillermo had the pick six in the first drive of this third quarter. But again, that falls incomplete, forces 4th down and 10, and the punt crew coming out for Alpine. Alec Ramos set to punt it away. He can play baseball, basketball, football. He can punt the football. He's a tight end and a linebacker as this is out on the near side. Really a line drive and a squibby off to the the 47-yard line. So Crane will take over in Alpine territory, trying to seal the deal in this drive. 28-7 our score. 3 and out for the Bucks. And Crane came out of the halftime break fighting. Right now in the district, Crane is lost 2 games. Both of those losses came to Compass. They lost to Compass 13-6 the first time. That was the district opener, as this is a pitch off to Grayson Huertas, and he's taken down. Big hit from David Baca getting into the area. David, the captain and senior, trying to lay an emphatic hit to try and get the Bucks back into this one. Can't do it in one play, but you can grab some momentum in a play, get some folks excited. It's 7:35 remaining as the clock ticks down. And most recently, Compass beat Crane 34-0. So Compass has really become the team to beat in the district, undefeated in district play, and will likely end district play undefeated. We got to play him next week as the quarterback keeps, bounces out to the outside, and has a first down as he steps out about 8 yards upfield to the Buck 35-yard line. When we play that Compass team, it's like playing a 5A program, not even 4A. We play a lot of 4A programs and scrimmages and preseason games, and they have an army on the sidelines. The roster is 2 pages long, and playing Compass this year, their roster is about 2.5 pages long. Have a bunch of big bodies in the private school. Seems like they've added a bunch of players from Odessa Permian who may have made or who have not made the varsity roster. It's a 3 wide receiver set. Bucks are going to jump offside. No, they're going to call a false start, pushing Crane back 5 yards. Is our video working? Looks frozen on my end. Again, a false start pushed him back 5 yards. Now the video is frozen. Crane takes the snap. And a quarterback keeper up the middle, about 15 yards upfield, just what he needed for the first down. Getting the video back going here on YouTube. As Crane lines up with 4 wide receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun, looking upfield, looking for a back corner fade route for Kobe. Kobe goes up for a 50-50 ball. So does Day Hardwick, and neither will come down with the football. Day gets a hand up and helps bat it away. I'm getting this going here as far as our video over on YouTube. Again, 28-7 Crane, an incomplete pass stops the clock with 5:38 remaining in this third quarter. They pitch off to the senior back, Grayson Huertas. It's a reverse. Now coming around the other side, Kobe Walker. Every time he touched the football last time against us, he went for 6. This time he angles off on the reverse, and they made it easy for him as he angles around that left side, upfield, dancing and diving, getting into the end zone for a touchdown. Kobe with the touchdown makes it 34-7. You know, maybe they're not using Kobe to hide some stuff on film, some design sets to get him the football. That was definitely designed to get Kobe in space, the opportunity to score, and he took advantage. As Compass sends the extra point up through the uprights and good, 35-7. We'll be back in a moment from Big Ben Radio.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Undimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at BigBen.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at Hampton.com.
Crane set to kick it away to the Bucks. Deep return man Cloud with Tay over on the far side. And Zane, as this is again low, hopping towards Cloud. He collects at the 9. A flag out there, offsides, getting out too early. Up past the 20, Cloud with a hole. 30, has one man to beat the kicker. He slows him down up at the 40 and tackled forward up to about the 44-yard line. Nice return for the sophomore. And the Bucks will actually push it up to about the 49 on the offside call against Crane. That was a great return, like the great returns you can get at H&R Block come tax season back in Alpine. First down and 10 Bucks again. Cloud bringing it up to the 44 will push it 5 yards forward to the 49 on the offside call against Crane. It's 35-7 with 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Was 14-7 at the halftime break. And Crane has scored 21 points in 7 minutes on the clock here. And I mean, both teams look good in that first half as well. It's been Crane coming out since that halftime break. Bucks trying to take a break in the momentum. If Crane can score 21 in 7 minutes, the Bucks can score 28 in 15 minutes, as this is an out route for Dane. Dane racing to the sideline, upfield about 8 yards, make it 9, and first down for Alpine. It'll be close on the spot, and they signal a first down up to the 41-yard line of Crane. Clock is moving. 4:43, 4:42. Three wide receiver set stacked up on this near side for Day in the shotgun. A handoff to Cloud out of the backfield. That's another underclassman running back who gets back to the line of scrimmage and is gang tackled there by a slew of Golden Cranes. One of the most interesting matchups or mascots. The Golden Cranes. The first time I went to Crane, I think it was a girls basketball game in district play, and I had to double check and ask it, y'all are really the Golden Cranes out of Crane? They said, yes, we are. And they're proud of it. Crane, a great program, and they're really proud of what they put out on the field. Aaron Padilla is another proud product of something out of Crane, the 6'5", 280-pound defensive lineman, as this is another handoff to Cloud. And again, he's taken down. Padilla was in on the tackle, as well as number 22 for Crane, Grayson Huertas, a linebacker and that starting running back for this team. Clock continues to run with 3:30. Now it's 3rd down and 9 after 2 stops and 2. Cloud Martinez runs up the middle. An empty set, though. 5 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield for the 3A High School Player of the Week. Brought to you by Day Hardwick. He takes the snap, backs up, 4-man rush, airs it up on the near side for Alec Ramos through the hands of the safety. He should have had the interception, and it landed around the knees of Alec Ramos, who wasn't ready. He thought Guillermo Partida was ready to pick that one off, and again, it falls incomplete. 3 minutes and 7 seconds remain, and there was a flag in the backfield right around where Day threw the ball from at the 49-yard line. I was looking upfield. They talked to the Crane head coach. And wait for the signal from the white hat official. It's against Alpine. And Crane, I think, accepts the call. So we'll replay 3rd down. And we're backed up maybe 10 yards from the spot. No, make it 15. 15 yards from the spot. I'm going to have to move my camera over here at Big Ben Radio YouTube. As the Bucks have it, 3rd down and 25 at their own 45-yard line. Wind is blowing right in Alpine's face. They've got a headwind, Crane with a tailwind in this 3rd quarter. Maybe that's something to think about. Day underthrew Alec on the outside a couple of drives ago in this 3rd quarter. Again, sending into a heavy headwind here. And he lines up with a 4 wide receiver set. They say that the Bucks lose a down to. Now it's 4th down. So 4th down and 25, offense on the field. Day airing it up the seam for Tay. Tay laid out. Flag comes out. Tay never reached out to grab the football, just out of reach. Again, he was lit up. A blindside hit from a linebacker backing up towards Tay, who was trying to grab it up the seam, and Tay is down on the field. I think those flags there for the blindside. It was a fair hit as far as the timing went with the football getting there and at the same time as the DB, but Tay, a defensive player running across the middle of the field and just ear hold as he's helped up and he walks off the field under his own power. Should be an automatic first down for the Bucks. Nothing confirmed, though. It'd be a 15-yard call after the Bucks went for it on 4th and 25. As Tay heads to the bench with Lori. That'll get the moms all riled up. Officials still talking about it. Yep. Yep, the moms are riled up. It's part of football. If maybe 25 years ago, that would be the 10th biggest hit of the ball game. But definitely a big hit nowadays. There's 52 on the hit, and our fans are really letting him hear it. It's he pointed up to the scoreboard too. That's Isaiah Saucedo, the senior, and he looks like that typical scrappy middle linebacker. Got the big back pad, the wide shoulders, wearing number 52. And he's still taunting our fans. Officials are still talking about this in the middle of the field, maybe thinking about tossing him out of the game. And the officials, they're going to go and talk to him. Or are they picking up the flag? He's standing right where the flag's at. I don't know if they're heading to talk to Isaiah or to pick up the flag. It's that helmet-to-helmet kind of a targeting type call. For a wide receiver crossing across the middle, Tay not able to see the hit coming. Tay standing up on the sideline, talk to A.J. Rohde. He's standing with all of our injured players who aren't dressed out today. Man, the official's still talking about it. Let's get this rolling, guys. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the third quarter. 35-7, Crane on top. Again, Tay's all right. Not talking to Lori anymore. One thing to note, man, Alpine through these injuries, through the roster changes, with 11 on the field right now, 4 kind of standing around the injured area with Tay still with his shoulder pads on in that injured area. We just have 7 players on the sideline. Crane with about 20 on the sideline with their 11 on the field. Looks like the numbers of a Pop Warner team with 7 on the sideline and 11 on the field. 18 total right now for the Bucks, healthy and ready to play. Jerry's really surprised by what the official just told him. Officials went over and talked to the Crane head coach. Now they've come over and talked to Jerry. And Jerry pleading his case. I think they want him out of the ball game. I think that's what's going on. I think they're trying to get rid of Isaiah. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go back and watch the hit. I don't have the liberty to do so, but maybe I can. I can pull this up. Go back on YouTube, watch that one back, watch Tay take that hit in the middle of the field. And again, they dropped the flag and have been talking for about 10 minutes about it. Now heading back to the center where there's 5 officials ready to talk about it again. Here we go. I'm watching it again back on YouTube. Again, you can do this as well. It was 4th down and 25. They aired it up the field. Maybe they're telling Coach that we're not getting an automatic first down. Right now, the sticks show an automatic first down. Again, it was the linebacker backing up, throwing the hit on Day as the throw went over his shoulder and over his head. Look, it was a big hit. Tay wasn't necessarily ready to take it. Kind of a defenseless player, but it's not super egregious. Yeah, man, I don't hate that hit watching it back on YouTube. We don't have a great camera angle. We're not zoomed in as you guys can see, but I'm all right with him getting ruled out of the ball game. It's nothing we got to stop the game for 15 minutes about here. And finally they come to Jerry, they go to the other sideline, and well, he's not on the field anymore. No, he is. He's still on the field. We have it 1st down and 10 at the 40-yard line. And we'll just line up and go for it. This is where they set the football about 15 minutes ago. Day in the shotgun now, 1st down and 10, airs it up the seam. Thaddeus gets it through the hand of Kobe Walker. A deep post for Thaddeus Prieto up to about the 12-yard line as he makes the slide and grab. Kobe Walker, the deep safety, gets a hand on it and makes it through his hand. Tay here on the near sideline still walking with the team and with the padded players again after that hit a moment ago. And 2:28 and ticking remaining in this 3rd quarter. It's 35-7 Crane after they led 14-7 at halftime. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Day. With Cloud in the backfield, play action, quick slant on the left side, broken up. Thaddeus wants a call. He was tied up with the DB in the area. And again, it falls incomplete. Just hand checking around the line of scrimmage. Well, really, they were about 12 yards upfield where the hand checking was taking place. I agree. I think Thaddeus has a case there trying to get a call. Man, and they drop a flag against Alpine, pushing us back 5 yards. 1st down and 15 now. Didn't see the signal from the official. Man, I know these rivalries get heated between these two teams. I've heard the same thing about Compass. These Crane kids can get dirty at times. Let's hope that hit and the de-escalation as we sat for about 15 minutes de-escalates today's game. Day, back corner, end zone look for Dane Jeffers, and it pops out right around the play clock over in the end zone and falls incomplete. 2nd down and 15, again at the 16-yard line. Again, Day lines up. We don't even have to look. Across the district right now, we know Compass is playing Anthony, and that is an ugly thought. Nothing good coming out of that game. A 5 wide receiver set, Day in the shotgun. Again, an empty set. Keeper running up the middle, spinning through a sparse box, out on the 10-yard line, trying to make a man miss there. He's taken down at the 10. Pushed after the play. Flag comes out. Day getting back in the face of the DB. And the officials and both teams coming to break it up here on the near sideline. Man, right behind our wooden partition. Both teams headed to their sideline. Again, these things can get ugly between these two teams, and neither team happy right now. Day taken down on that sideline. Again, Day was on the ground. The DB gave him an extra shove, and Day didn't like it, got back up in his face, and both teams came into the area. Officials are going to have a field day right now, just trying to settle things down for a while. That was Tyson Brents, a senior quarterback, not the starting quarterback, and safety, who gave the extra shove after the play. There's just one flag down on the field. It should be coming against Crane, and after the rush by Day up to the 10-yard line, we should have it at about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line, first and goal with 1:28 remaining. Man, it's going to keep getting ugly, I think. Officials are going to have a hard time taking control of this game. These two schools do not like each other. Alpine did not like the way the last ball game went. And Crane trying to lay some more hurt down. Officials, wow, the official rules offsetting. He gives the call against both teams, gives an offsetting call, and the Bucks have it 3rd down and 9 at the 10-yard line. I don't like it, man. I don't think Day laid any contact in retaliation. He just got back up and got in the face of the man who shoved him while he was on the ground. Yeah, and they only ever dropped one flag on the field. That's not going to make anybody happy, the offsetting call after something like that. Again, we're in for some more of this stuff. 1:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And now the head coach of Crane is talking to the officials on the far side. Buck offense is going to come talk to Jerry. They got a free conversation with Crane's head coach Stalling. Both teams have 3 timeouts. The last 3 minutes of this 3rd quarter have taken about 30 minutes after a hit against Tay Hardwick that caused a 15-minute conversation where folks were thinking targeting. And then a scuffle after Day was taken down. I mean, in a 35-7 ball game, that drama kind of taking the front seat over football after Crane took a big lead in the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Again, they started the 3rd quarter with a pick 6. Then the onside kick and a long touchdown. And that really took the air out of the sails of the Fightin' Bucks. Conversation over with that Crane head coach. Our offense back out on the field. 3rd down and 9. 3rd and 8 balls at the 10-yard line. 3 wide receivers set for Day in the shotgun. Pump fakes. Airs it to the back corner of the end zone. Thaddeus falling back. Makes the grab. Crane doesn't like the call. I understand their point in their argument. There's a flag on the play as well. I think Crane pushing Thaddeus upfield again, and he draws the flag. We'll decline it and pick it up if it is against Crane. Again, Thaddeus with the touchdown catch. There's one for Tay, one for Thaddeus on the day. It was a nice grab made, but I don't know. I thought Thaddeus had a couple of feet out of bounds by the time he did secure the catch. We'll take the call, and we'll kick the extra point. 35-13. It's Halloween night. I forgot about that. It's extra point is up and through, 35-14. Taryn Harden, the Ladybug volleyball player, is on the sideline dressed as the Lorax running. She was running the flag up and down the field. Now she's running one of them Lorax trees up and down with the flag girls. We'll send it to a quick break, 35-14.
Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Again, this one getting chippy here on homecoming night for Crane. 35. Our video cut out. I'll get this up and running. Kick is squibbing off to this near side at the 35. Crane makes the grab, angles off on the left side, up past the 45. 50 taken down there. And Crane will take over in Alpine territory. Man, scuffle after scuffle here. Hopefully the officials can take control of this thing. I say hopefully, I mean, as a neutral party, I'm all right with whatever goes down tonight. Halloween night again. District rivals, Alpine and Crane, 35-14. Hey, I mean, if we look at it right now, Crane with a pick six earlier, a pick six for Alpine. We'll make this a two-score game. It's a three-wide receiver set. Sophomore quarterback takes the snap, handoff to Grayson Huertas on the left side, and he's upfield for a gain of about 6 yards as he's pushed out of bounds by Day. Alpine fans calling for another flag there. I didn't see what happened at the tail end of that one. Crane did something. 31 seconds. Clock is moving. They'll have to snap it one more time before this third quarter ends. Now a power set. One tailback in Huertas, a bunch on the right side, and a timeout called by Alpine as they want to rethink their set. Again, a quick power set shown by Crane for the first time since the first quarter, and we'll be back in a moment after this timeout break.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note. He's got a car. He's got a boat. And if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee. And we can do it today. And if he likes a policy for his bikes or his home, does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
So second down and 5 for Crane at the Buck 41-yard line. 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hopefully our camera angles can catch anything that happens here on out. We just have the cutoff around that left side of the end zone where the action happened most recently. It's a handoff to Huertas. He's off on the left edge, upfield to about the 36-yard line. Should be good enough for a first down. It is as we head to the fourth quarter of play here in Crane.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even load it up. And free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage healthcare for the whole family. At Big Bend Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit bigbendanytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at bigbendanytime.com.
Grayson Huertas running up the middle, drops the football for the second time today. The senior running back dropped the football into the end zone at the tail end of the first half where the Bucs took over and stopped Crane from going up 2 scores. This time running right up the gut. The football pops out and the Bucs fall on it at their own 24-yard line. 35-14, Bucs trying to drive down with 11:51 remaining just at the start of the fourth quarter. Coaching staff tapping the helmet of the big man who got the football. That's the sophomore on the defensive line. And again, I've got an old roster today. He's back in at right tackle right now. Day Hardwick takes the snap, play action, looking upfield. Nice lead block thrown by Zane as Day's rolling out on the right side, now off to the left side in the center, taken down around the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two upfield. Wow, yeah, he gained about 3 on the scramble up into the pile. 11:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. The clock again moving. Bucs trailing by 3 touchdowns. On the far side, Thaddeus. Dane and Tay has checked back into the ballgame. Day in the shotgun, play action for Zane. Now he's stepping out to the right side. Just a 3-man rush from Crane. He's got 1 man in his face. Deacon diving and sending it upfield where it's batted out of bounds by Crane. And look at that, on the sideline, another scuffle. No flags out just yet. There's a flag around the 30-yard line. Another flag comes out late. I didn't even see what happened. I was looking at the pass upfield. They're going to drop 2 flags, and as things have gone today, they're going to spend about 8 minutes talking about it to decide what happens. It was an incomplete pass on the near side. And right around where Day was diving out of bounds as he sent the pass upfield is where you look back and there's folks tied up, still going after each other after the whistle and after the pass was thrown. Officials really should just drop the flags, make a decision, and move on. And I think that's what we're doing here. Official makes the signal. Gives 1 against Crane, 1 against Alpine, offsetting. No. I think there's offsetting and then a third personal foul that pushes us 15 yards upfield because he made the offsetting hand signal And then he pointed towards Crane one more time. So I'm thinking there were 3 personal fouls, 1 against Alpine, 2 against Crane, and we'll go, whoa, no, we're going 30 yards upfield. Pack up your bags. We're going on a trip to the Crane 30 or 43-yard line. So I'm guessing 2 personal fouls against Crane, none against Alpine. I don't know why he gave that offsetting T-pose. And we'll take over there. I like the quick decision from the officials this time. 4 wide receiver set. Day backs up, looking on the far side. Has Dane up the field on the left side, overthrown. Threw it about 3 yards out ahead of Dane. Dane had a few steps on the closest defensive back. And again, it falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 10:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, our last regular season game is against Compass next week at home. Then we'll have a playoff berth. As things sit right now, we'll be a 3 seed coming out of our district. As Day takes the snap, 4 wide receivers set, play action. Day now rolling out to the left side. It was a 5-man rush. He sends it upfield, flips it for Dane, through Dane's hands at the 30 as it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10. I've heard that we're probably playing Kahoma in that first round. Ladybucks just took down Kahoma volleyball in 4 sets, 3 sets to 1. And again, play Idalou early next week. That'll be here on YouTube. We've got video rights, thanks to folks around town who pitched in. It's Day. There's a man in his face instantly rolling out to the right side and taken down in the backfield, a sack and a loss of about 7 yards, forcing 4th down. Bucks will punt away from their own 49. On the sack is not a popular character today amongst moms in the stands. Aaron Padilla, the senior defensive lineman wearing number 55. Him in number 52. Two numbers where you kind of expect some nonsense from him. 52, 55, tough guy, middle of the defense kind of numbers. Isaiah Saucedo and Aaron Padilla have been the bad guys today, at least as far as we can see. Sometimes you talk to these guys, talk to the players, and there's a whole lot more mouthing going on the field than you know about from up here. That's a timeout break. 9:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bucks have it 4th and about 16. Maybe thinking about going for it here. This is their last opportunity to try and win it, really. If they want to score here, that's makes it a 2-point ball game. So maybe thinking about a score rather than a punt on 4th and 16. We'll be back in a moment.
Saturday, November 8th, the party's on at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Gardens. It's Morrison's 97th birthday party. Come by and get your free anniversary shopping bag and fill it up with merchandise. When you check out, they'll knock 25% off your total. Firearms, power tools, and ammo accepted, as well as items already on sale. Buy 1 gallon, get another one free on premium Easy Care paints and Woodsman stains. It all happens Saturday, November 8th under the True Value sign in Alpine.
Now the Buck punt crew is out on the field. So we will punt it away to Crane with Alec Ramos set to punt it. Return man is Kobe Walker at the 22-yard line. We're going to try and make this an opportunity where Kobe cannot return it. Alec can send it high into the air. Not a hard rush. Again, a high booming kick to about the 20 or 15. Kobe falling back as he makes the grab, now trying to return as he's taken down. No, he lost the football. Another Crane, Golden Crane picks it up, and he ankles off on the right side up past the 30 to the 35-yard line. Kobe Walker's down on the play. He gets up under his own power. Again, he lost the football. Crane picked it back up and returned it about 20 more yards. Just a lucky break for Crane. Let's hope the Buck defense comes out and decides not to be retaliatory. As this thing is it's kind of ugly with Crane's defense out on the field. Offense is still the starting crew for Crane, just up 3 scores with 9:28 remaining in this fourth quarter. 4 wide receivers set for the sophomore quarterback. Hudson takes the snap, jet sweep handoff, running around the right edge, up past the 35, 40, a flag, and it's going to be a holding call bringing it back as Day throws down Crane on the sideline. Up at the 45. Crane is going to bring it all the way back. They're excited about the big gain, and now just noticing the flag. You know, at the tail end of it, Day had a little bit extra of a toss at the end of that one, well out of bounds. I don't think there were enough Crane players in the area that saw it happen. Ball's at the 25 after they push Crane back 10 yards on a holding call. Man, our camera is cut out again. We'll get it back up and running right now. They go for a screen on the right side, falls incomplete. Alec Ramos picks it up. Man, it might have been a lateral. That was really close to a backwards pass as they went for the screen on that right side. They blow it dead. And that forces second down and 20 for Compass. I'm sorry, Crane. We played Compass up here in Crane and play Compass next week. It's a 2 wide receiver look. I formation, quarterback under center. Takes the snap, handoff to Grayson Huertas, the senior back on the right side. He lowers his shoulder into Zane and fights forward to the 30-yard line. There's a buck down on the play over on that Crane sideline. It was Zane. Zane the first. No, it was David Baca. Baca trying to walk back to the Buck sideline. Man, when I see David make plays out there, I'm just hoping he's all right come golf season. That's what I think when I see David making plays. He's a great linebacker. A big body in the offensive line, much needed. Started the year as a running back, and the coaching staff realized now we need David in the trenches, but he's limping off under his own power, but was one spot away from making the state tournament for golf this year. As that sophomore quarterback rolls out to the left side, trying to find his man on an out route, falls incomplete. 4th down, and the punt crew coming out for Crane. Dane Jeffers back to return with 8:35 remaining in this fourth quarter. Again, it's 4th and 14. Crane punting from their own 30-yard line. Punters' feet are planted at the 18. When we've seen that Buck offense on the field, that's when we've seen the, you could call it dirty Crane defense, as this punt is up. Barreling to about the 50. Bucks are going to have to get out of the way. That one was short with the wind blowing towards the punter and picked up at the 45-yard line where the Bucks will take over in Crane territory. Coaching staff talking to their team with 8:26 remaining in this fourth quarter. You can still think about winning this game. One score, and it's a two-score game. Need to score quickly. Crazier things have happened at the high school football level. I'll tell you that. 4 wide receivers on the right side with the ball at the dead center of the field. Last time we went with the day run on that side. Now it's a handoff to Zane. He's taken down from behind by that 6'5" defensive lineman. Aaron Padilla on the tackle. Loss of 4 on the play. And our video keeps cutting out here at Big Ben Radio, and I'm putting it right back up. Getting really good at doing those steps now. Day takes the snap. Now he's running around the right side. Upfield past the 40, 30, 20. The green grass ahead of him. Nobody's going to beat Day on a foot race to the right side of the end zone for a touchdown. Day scrambling out on that right side. Maybe it was a design quarterback keeper. But again, gets all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 2-score ball game here with 7:38 remaining in this fourth quarter. Back-to-back touchdowns for the Bucks. And the extra point crew out for Alpine. Snap is good. Kick is up and through the uprights. 35-21. We'll be back in a moment from Big Ben Radio.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier.
Bucks will kick this one off. Man, you go back in time. You think about the pick six. You take that pick six away. One-score game. If you think about that onside kick, you take that one back. It's a one-score game. The Bucks have fought hard and kept themselves in it. A couple have not gone their way. But now, with 7:38 remaining in the fourth quarter, you can have a couple go the Bucks' way, and this is a tight ball game again. If the Bucks do win, they would tie Crane for second place in the district, as Alex Adams sends this one up and away. Twisting to the 15-yard line. Return man there is a speedy number 12. Z angles up past the 25, now the 30, and taken down. Huge hit thrown by the Bucks there at the 40-yard line. Landon Brudamesa, the senior, lays him out. Thaddeus has to catch his breath on the sideline as well after getting in on that tackle. Comes out onto the field. Tay Hardwick, the DB on that far side. Thaddeus on the near side. And this Crane offense looking to ice the ball game. They can run downhill with that senior running back, Huertas, now back behind the senior running back. Huertas in a fullback role, and Baltimore Aguirre, a quicker back behind them. They're going to pitch it off to Baltimore on the right side, trying to grab that right edge, up past the 45-50, and pushed out of bounds there by Connor Ramirez. But enough for a Crane first down. Up to the Buck 47-yard line. They'll move the clock 7 minutes, just under 7 minutes now remaining in today's game. Crane comes back out with 2 wide receivers. Again, an I formation with the power back at the fullback roll, and he takes a handoff straight up the middle, runs a man over around the line of scrimmage, and fights forward to the 40-yard line, gain of 7 on the play. They will continue to roll the clock. They'll be able to snap it with under 6 minutes remaining in the game. Every time they get one of those runs off, you take 40 seconds off the clock. And every first down, they can run it about 3 more times. They could really, if they just keep on running up the middle, they could end this ball game on a few more solid looks. Another I formation, quarterback under center, takes the snap, handoff to Huertas again, running up the middle, has a hole there, splits off on the left side, up past the 30, taken down at the 26-yard line for a gain of 15 and a first down. Now it'll be under 5 minutes when they snap the football. Man, the Crane officials over there chose to start the play clock once they set the chains, but never stopped the game clock until they set the chains. That's not how it's done, man. Crane just got to another, 10 seconds they got to bleed off the clock. They'll snap the ball. There's 10 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback takes the snap, handoff to Huertas. He's running off on the right side, has the right edge, up past the 20, getting to the 15, and pushed out of bounds there at the 16-yard line. Again, they run the clock. They're grabbing a big old double-sized Yeti cooler and sticking ice in it, putting the Bucks on ice. As the wind is blowing in their face, 4:33 remaining in this fourth quarter. Man, this game's so close to going either way. Again, that onside kick, the pick six, it was a big swing of the momentum. The Bucks have fought back and made this a ball game again, just a 2-score game. As their quarterback looks to the sideline for the call, and they will wait till the extent of the play clock to take a timeout. 4:11 remaining in the ball game. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in a moment.
Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Need a good weatherproof tarp to protect your lawn furniture or yard equipment? Right now at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store, they're featuring a 10 to 12-foot polyethylene tarp as an October bargain of the month. It has metal grommets every 3 feet, along with a rope-hemmed edge for added strength and easy securing. Get this True Guard 10 to 12-foot tarp for just $9.99 right now at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store, 301 North 5th Street in Alpine.
You know, I'm just going to, here at Big Ben Radio, turn that camera all the ways to where we get that post up here in the press box. Because just to the left side of the post, you can see the back left corner of the end zone. That's where that last scuffle happened between these two teams. It's 4:11 remaining. 35-21. And a power set, no wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 3 backs, and they'll pitch to the back in the backfield. He runs up the middle, spins off on the left side, up past the 5, breaks a tackle there, into the end zone for a touchdown. That one will make the scoreboard look uglier, but again, this has been a hard-fought game, 41-21. That back is one of their speed options. Again, Kobe Walker and Baltimore Aguirre are 2 big options for these teams to make something happen. They talk about putting an athlete in space. Those are the two type of guys you want in space for this team as they set up to kick this extra point. Kick is up and good. 42-21. We'll be back in a moment from Big Ben Radio.
Up here in the mountains, you don't settle, and neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
It's time for this month's Napa savings. Pick up a Gear Wrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only $130 each, saving 18%. Save up to 20% on crocodile cloths for just $19.99 each. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil up to 33% off, available for just $25.49. You can get Napa Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil starting at just $15.59 each, saving up to 33%. Buy some Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid at 24% off, only $12.99. Napa Auto located at 301 West Holland Avenue in downtown Alpine.
Crane kicks it off, and we take it back to about the 32-yard line. Zane De Leon takes on the short kick. Every kick today by Crane has been these low burners. Looks like a stinger in golf terms, running along the ground. You know, in golf, you hit a stinger when you want to avoid the wind. The wind is coming right at Crane, but they were doing it in the first half as well. Had the onside opportunity come out of it. Tried two onside attempts. One was a high hopper over the first line of our defensive look, and the second line able to get after as we hand off to Zane De Leon. He fights up the middle to about the 35-yard line. And the clock ticks down with 3:45, 3:44 remaining in today's game. Four wide receiver look for Day. He backs up, has plenty of time, makes a man miss now up at the 25, rolls out to the right side, sends it upfield just short for Tay at the 50-yard line as it falls incomplete. And that stops the clock with 3:26 remaining. If Crane does get the ball back, they will end the game, as this is a incomplete pass on the left side, forcing four down territory for Alpine. Crane will run a couple of plays, get it to that 2-minute warning, and then knee it out. Hopefully not break a big one. Again, 42-21. Won't communicate how close this game was. 14-7 at halftime. It was that big lead taken by Crane after halftime to get up 35-7. Starters have been out this whole game for Crane. Bucks fought much harder than they did last time around. Three wide receivers set on the near side. Day backing up, looking upfield. Five-man rush. He has some time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Rolling out. Two men behind him. Makes one more miss. Three behind him. Looking upfield. Racing up past the line to gain and steps out of bounds for a first down. Up at the 44-yard line. That stops the clock with 3:07 in the ballgame. And a four wide receiver set for the Bucks. Oh, they run the clock again. That clock was running. There was 2:50 when they snapped the ball. They roll out to the left side, looks upfield, into the elbow of Dane Jeffers, and he drops it incomplete, stopping the clock at 2:42. Yeah, we talked about it earlier this year when James Etchison was on the call with us. If you're pushed out of bounds, then they don't stop the clock. But if you go out of bounds under your own power, they should be stopping the clock. And they definitely ran that clock with Day stepping out of bounds under his own power. It's a three-score game with 2:42 remaining. Day, a play action now. Pump fake up the seam for Tay, and he's sacked in the backfield. Loss of 7. Maybe 8 or 9. It's going to make it really tough for the Bucs on this drive. Third down and 19. And that will head us into the 2-minute warning. Again, 2-minute warning coming. We won't get a snap off. Well, I don't know. We got 10 seconds. Bucs aren't lined up over the football just yet. Yep, we will not get a snap off. We'll be back in a moment from Big Ben Radio.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't settle for just any roof. Trust the experts at Talent Roofing, serving Alpine and all of West Texas. At Talent, we don't just build roofs, we build trust. Whether you're facing storm damage, need repairs, or are ready for a fresh, dependable roof, we've got you covered. Call Talent Roofing today at 432-837-7009 for your free estimate. Talent Roofing, where craftsmanship meets confidence. And that's Talent Roofing at 432-837-7009.
Again, 2 minutes remaining here. It's third down and 19 as Day lines up in the shotgun with a 4-wide receiver look. One thing to note, we got a first-year offensive coordinator out here as well. And the Bucs have trended upwards after those 3 blowouts to start the non-conference play. Bucs had a nice one against Sonora, and there's a nice pass and a nice connection on an out route for Tay Hardwick, who had a touchdown catch in the first half. So after the 3 tough games to start the year, we had a great ball game against Sonora, and now again in district play towards the second half, we're trending in the right direction. That's what we want to see with a first-year offense, first-year offensive coordinator. Whoa, did I say a first down? We're still 5 yards short. It's 4th and about 6 to go. Four wide receiver set. Day again on 4th down. Tries to connect with Tay. It was the right spot, but Tay just sliding on that turf about 5 yards upfield. It falls incomplete. That should be the ball game. Should be a victory formation coming from Crane. I don't think Alpine will take any of their 2 timeouts or 1 timeout. And Crane is celebrating as they come out on to the field. Again, this was homecoming night. Pretty almost disrespectful of Crane to schedule their homecoming against Alpine when we know they have Anthony in the district. Maybe they played Anthony towards the first half of district play at home and Anthony on the road in the second half of district play. But, again, homecoming night here in Crane, and they're going to take this one 42-21. They should be kneeing this one out as they celebrate on the field. Quarterback in the shotgun. This is the victory formation for Crane. The sophomore takes the snap, takes a knee. They'll have to do so a couple more times. This is an NCAA 25. You can't speed up that clock once this is going. Again, as sophomore quarterback, we're going to see a lot more of Hudson Willis to come. Younger brother of another Willis who played for Crane for a number of years. Got to give out that Player of the Game award. I thought our defensive line did a good job today. I know it's tough at times against this Crane front. I know they still scored 42 in the ball game. But I think Darius Portillo, Connor Ramirez, David Baca, everybody that plays on that defensive line in and out throughout the ball game will get my nod. 73, the big man in the sophomore, who, again, I've lost our current roster, have an old one. He's not listed on there. He's been a big part of the Buck defense today, too. Just the defensive line scrapping at the line of scrimmage against a much bigger team, and they're going to get called on next week when we play a team that makes Crane look small. Beating Crane 36-0 is Compass Academy. The private school has been adding players all over the place. One last snap of the ball for Crane, and we'll send this one off. Our final score, 42-21. They snap it, they take a knee, and that's been it here from Crane, Texas. Good night, folks.